Welcome to the 60 Plus podcast.
I'm Janet.
And I'm Joe. How are you today, Janet?
I'm good.
Are you good?
Yeah.
You're not well?
Oh my goodness. I thought we were going to stop doing that.
No, I'm
Okay,
never
yes,
going to
I'm
stop.
doing
I'm never
very
gonna...
well, Joseph.
Very well.
How are you?
Oh, jeez. I'm well, thank you.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
I'm a little peeved that you're making fun of proper grammar, though.
Oh my goodness. Well, grammar, schmammer.
All right, now I know where we stand. What's going on?
Well, today we're going to have a real talk episode.
We haven't had one in a little while.
I know, and I'm really excited about this one.
Should we explain what a real talk episode is?
Well, yes, it's when we
Maybe
ask
new listeners.
10 questions of somebody who's in 60 plus audience. And it's just a little chat conversation about being 60 plus.
Okay. All right. And today we're talking with
Cindy.
Cindy.
Yeah.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Yo, you're so welcome. Thanks for calling. This is going to be fun, hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely will. We guarantee that. We guarantee fun.
All right. Now, we are experiencing a little technical difficulty. Cindy's having a little trouble hearing Janet.
That's because I talk like this.
Yeah, I think maybe that's it. So I'll be asking all the questions,
Right.
which is not the way we usually do it, but, the show must go on.
Yes, but I'll be interjecting and Cindy may or may not hear me.
Okay. Well, all right. First, and this doesn't count as one of the 10 questions, Cindy, but we always have to ask our Real Talk guests if they're in fact over 60 years old.
Yeah, oh, yes. I'm over 60 years old.
Okay, she sounded pretty definitive about
Yes.
that.
Yep.
All
Okay,
right.
we checked that box. Next.
Okay. All right. Question number 1. Did you celebrate turning 60? And if so, how did you do that?
I didn't really.
Okay. That's
I didn't really celebrate. I mean, I think I went to Stowe, Vermont, and they upgraded my room and to the nicest room in the little bed and breakfast. And I go out and treat myself to a glass of wine and dinner at Trapp's Lodge. You know, Trap, the Sound of Music.
yeah.
Trap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I do. That's what I did for my birthday.
That's a
that's cool.
celebration.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
the
myself.
hills are alive with the
Yes.
sound of
It's beautiful in there.
music. That is a celebration.
Now, everyone remembers that song from The Sound of Music. The song I remember is How Do You Solve a Problem Like Maria?
Okay, keep your day job, Joe.
Have I ever insulted
I'm
your
just
singing?
kidding.
All
Well, I
right.
know because I have a voice of a bird, a pterodactyl.
A songbird, I've heard. Somebody told me you have the voice of a songbird.
I know, which is really
It
funny.
was a listener
I
that
think
said
it was a crow.
All right. So you answered no that you didn't celebrate, and then you told us how you celebrated.
Well, I had to think about it. It's been a couple years.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds like a very nice celebration. I'm actually going to Vermont this weekend. Not Stowe, but
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, it's such a pretty state. I
It's
love it.
beautiful. It's really beautiful. I was there a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going back to a different part of the state and spending a few days. So it'll be fun.
In the rain.
Yeah, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain on us every day, I think. But anyway, so Cindy, how do you
Mhm.
feel about being over 60?
I feel fine. Well, let's just say things are failing quicker than when I was in my 50s,
Okay.
physically.
Well, all right. And yeah, I don't think that that's completely
Unique.
unique to you. We all have those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And hopefully it's nothing too bad, but
Well, let's see. I have a 5-month-old knee, and I have one that's going to get replaced in end of November, and cataract surgery coming up in July. So things just, they wear and tear, and it's like getting, new brakes in your car. You need new joints every now and then.
Right.
well, you got another 60 years to go on those knees now.
Wow, that'd be great. That's 120.
Right. I always say that my knees together are 128 years old. But isn't it great that you're able to do those things to kind of reverse some of the wear and tear?
Yes.
The process, the
So
knee process, I understand is not great, but the result is good.
Right.
Well, I gotta say, I gotta brag about my surgeon. He did robotic surgery, and at 2 weeks, I drove myself right back to my 2 week
Wow.
uh,
That's
visit, and he's like, "Okay," I was swinging my legs on the exam table. Here, let me see your foot. Whoop, right up. He goes, "Huh?" I go, "Well, that's you." Robotics. It's so fine pitched, and I
wow.
was way ahead of the curve doing all my PT. But, you gotta keep up with it because sometimes when I'm not out there pedaling the bike, it's kinda stiff, but I think
Hmm.
that's just something that comes with it because I'm hearing that's kinda normal. It takes over a year for a total knee replacement to feel kinda normal
Yeah.
I
again.
Yeah.
I have a good friend who had his one of his knees done last June. So he's right about the 1 year period, and
Mhm.
I think he would confirm what you just said.
Yep.
Yeah. And hips apparently are easier than knees.
I have another friend that had 2 hips done in the last year,
Yeah.
and it went very well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So knees are tough.
But it's much better than, our grandparents who, if they had a bad knee,
That was it.
that was it.
They were done. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so Cindy, complete this sentence. You know you're 60 plus when.
Oh, no. Uh, when you start getting an AARP in the mail
Yeah,
constantly actually, that happened before 60.
it does. It happened in your 50s, but the pace of the mailings
Yeah.
increases when you hit 60
Yeah.
plus.
And the size of the gifts get bigger.
Really? I haven't gotten
So
any gifts.
No?
when you could
No.
start using your senior discounts.
Yes.
Oh, we did a whole episode on senior discounts, and
I'll have to listen to that one.
I just bought a national park lifetime pass.
Oh, I
Woohoo!
did too. I'm like, I'm 62. Yes, I have that one too.
It's great. I felt like really empowered.
Well,
Yeah.
I have a great story about that because I think I told you when I went to get my lifetime pass, they said, sorry, ma'am, you have to be 62 for that. And I'm like, I am.
Well, okay, they didn't do that to me.
That was the first time I got excited about
They didn't even ask me for my ID. They just said, "Oh yeah, okay."
Oh, no, they
obviously,
asked.
obviously, he's
Oh.
62. Uh, all right. So now that you're in your 60s, Cindy, do you do
Mhm.
anything differently than when you were in your 50s or 40s?
It takes me longer to get moving once I stand up. But
Yeah.
no, but I mean, normally, no, I'm still working the same hours. I'm still out doing the things I love to do. It's a little harder getting out of the kayak and, getting going when you're walking, probably because I have the knees issues and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But no, I'm still out. I can't. Well, I do go to bed earlier, but then I'm working 9, 10-hour days and I start early. I can't stay up as late. I can't stay up past 9.
Yeah.
It's true when they say 7:30, 8 o'clock is bedtime.
Right.
It's especially difficult this time of year when there's still light in the sky
I
and you're
know,
like,
right?
"I'm going to bed."
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
You got to get the blackout shades, so you kind of fool yourself.
yeah, but then the morning is such a challenge.
Well, the sun rose this morning at like, I don't know, it was like 4:40 or something.
Really?
Yeah, it was super early.
Okay. It happens every year that way, Janet.
I know it does.
Cindy, what you're saying is kind of typical for people of our demographic. You know, I think it's hard getting out of a canoe. When I was in my 20s, or a kayak, when I was in my 20s, it was hard to get out of a kayak.
I don't think I
Well,
kayaked when I was in my
I don't know
20s.
if it's age, it's just physical ability.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not at the gym every day. My day job is actually requires me to sit all day pretty
Mm,
much. So, right, I'm not out there building the strong muscles, but some people are just healthier, easier, stronger. So I can't say it's age really, but for me it is.
Yeah, yeah.
we did do an episode on increasing muscle mass and staying in
Right.
shape
And
for
eating
when
more
Mhm.
Mhm.
protein and all the good things that we need when we get older. Yeah.
And that's something that I do differently. As
Mm-hmm.
I actually exercise more now than I did ever,
Yeah,
and my diet is probably better.
for
But
sure.
How's your diet, Cindy?
That's not one of the 10
Well,
Well,
questions.
no, it goes with what
well,
you were saying.
I did just listen to your podcast with the guy who talked about eating better, and so
Mhm.
I did
Mhm.
buy more meat, but it's coming home and taking the time to eat it instead of like, well, I got a meat lover's pizza, but it's not quite the same thing. But
No, it's not.
um, no, but getting some more vegetables and getting some more meat. When I would right after my surgery, I got a lot of chicken, cut up the boneless breast of chicken and some vegetables, stuff like that. I have to get back into the habit. I kind of got lazy
Yeah,
after a
it's easy.
while.
Yeah, it's
But
easy.
I pretty much get those bags of salad with this dressing and stuff, and that's my lunch, and bananas and oranges, fruit, and a protein shake. So it's somewhat okay, but it could be better.
I think everyone can say that.
Definitely.
All right. So, Cindy, what is your biggest challenge at 60 plus?
Oh,
That's age related.
medically right now, but it's also I'm getting everything done because I've satisfied my insurance coverage to what you have to satisfy. So I'm like,
Right.
let's do the other knee. Let's get the eyes done.
Right.
Well, it's at that point. Yeah, let's just do it.
Well,
So
and
other than that, gosh, I don't know. My life as a single person hasn't really changed much. I live home with 2 cats. Not a cat lady, only 2, but it's a little harder to get moving, a little harder to get back in the flow of the exercise, and I can feel, even though I did, oh, almost 15,000 steps the day I met your co-host there,
yeah. Yeah.
I was dragging. I get tired easier.
But it
Yeah.
sounds like you do get out there. You're talking about kayaking. You're talking about pedaling your bike. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not.
me carrying the heavy camera and looking for birds. I did the whole entire beach that day looking for little bitty birds. So for me, getting up off the ground, but that's
Yeah,
a
that was a big
physical
camera
thing.
you had. That was a
Yeah.
weighty camera.
Did you find the bird?
hmm The baby plovers, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, they look like little cotton balls
balls.
with feet.
Yeah.
Toasted marshmallows.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I did.
You're talking about your knees and eye surgery and whatnot. I actually admire people that take the bull by the horns and do that stuff.
I know. Like, unlike me, where I'm like, oh, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I have no fear going into that. That's all coming from taking care of myself for a long, long time. It's just kind of how my upbringing was. I had to pretty much take care of myself. So I don't have fear. I have trust in that. I travel alone. I do a lot of stuff by myself, but turning 60, I didn't find it much different than 50.
Right.
I'm slowing down a little bit. Like I said, it's harder, but it's a mind thing too, as far as getting on my bike or going to the gym. It'd be
Or going
nice
to
to
bed
one
after
more.
7:30.
Yeah, I made it till 9 one time.
Ooh.
I know, but I'm going out Saturday night to a really fun band. And I have to caffeine up a little bit, so I
Ju-
can stay
Don't
awake.
overdo it though, because you'll get home and you won't be able to get to sleep.
That's okay. It's a rainy
I hear
weekend.
Red Bull's good for that too.
Oh, jeez.
No, no. No, I'm in the front row, so nodding off is not a good thing.
All right. So, kind of the follow up to that question is, what's your biggest delight at 60 plus?
Well, next year I get in the state parks for free. That tells you how old I am now.
Wow. Oh, really? So,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because you can get the DCR pass, right?
So I'll have my national parks and my state park pass.
I got to do that.
Yeah, you got to do that, Joe.
All right.
So I guess I still have not joined the AARP. Maybe I'm stubborn that way.
Well, when you do, the mailings increase even more. So, just so you know.
Oh,
Beware.
wait. So I don't know. I don't know at this age if there's anything I'm like, more looking forward to. I don't know if traveling's going to be any easier.
What about retirement?
That's not going to happen until I'm 70.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I wish I didn't. I don't make the big bucks. I've always had to work 2 jobs, and this is the first summer in 11 years that I've had free weekends because I'm not working the second jobs right now. It's nice to have more free time, but I just don't have the extra money.
Well, it
Right.
sounds like that's a delight to have the
Have
weekends
more
off.
free time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Being able to get in your kayak and go looking for birds and all of that.
So the whole thing is, yeah, just being able to do what I want whenever I want. I work hard and then I have free time and I want to go out and I want to do something that I enjoy doing.
Hmm.
And still, like I did say, yeah, I'm 64 and I might be a little sore and takes me a few minutes to get moving, but I'm not giving up.
Yeah, and it really does only take a few more minutes. You might tire a little more quickly, but
I was up at 3 a.m. that morning because I had to catch a sunrise. That's at 5:05.
oh
So
wow.
Yeah.
let's just say it's an hour drive. Mhm.
Okay.
But I still do that stuff because I enjoy it. I find I'll sit and do the adult coloring books and just put something mindless on TV and just enjoy that more. I get plenty of me time, but after working, just enjoying the free time I have.
All right. So
Mm,
that's the delight. You have more free time.
yeah, retirement, I don't think is going to come for a while. I want to be busy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
Mm.
All right. What 60 plus person do you admire the most?
Anyone that can do more than I can do out there. I belong to a meetup, and there's a bunch that are older than me that are hiking these 4,000-foot mountains
Hmm.
all the time. Anyone that is out there just excelling. I don't know if there's one person.
But that's the type of person that you admire.
Yeah, I guess anyone who's just out there just still doing it and doing it great. Wait, there was a glider pilot, 80 something, 82, who was just out there and he got caught in a tree. I heard that in the news today.
Really?
People that are still out there. Oh, well, here I am. So I just went out to photograph a horse event with the group that goes out and they shoot the blanks of the balloons. It was a really nice, I was taking pictures, an opportunity. And there's the grandfather of the girl who was 18 who unfortunately had passed away in a ski accident. But he's out there with the music, riding like there's no problem out there doing
Hmm.
bang, 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 bang. And he was great. I know he's older than me. I
Right.
admired that gentleman. Yeah, it was like, there you are. No one, you're not giving up. You're still out there doing things you love and doing it well. I
Yeah.
guess it,
Anybody who has a passion and they just ride that passion out to the end, I think that's
yeah,
amazing.
people are still out there doing their passions
Hmm.
and still, yeah, living life, I guess.
That might be my favorite answer to that question we've had so far.
Yeah, I
Everyone like
agree. I agree.
everyone gives an individual person by name.
Yeah, like a celebrity
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
I really like that
Well, there's
answer.
people like Tom Hanks. He's got to be over 60, right?
Oh
But
yeah.
what a versatile actor.
Hmm.
And I don't know much about the private life because it's not out there, but this the roles he takes on.
Right.
It's someone to admire
Sure.
and still out there doing it. Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm.
Okay. We like to bust myths about being 60 plus. Are there any myths that you would like us to bust?
Any myths?
Yeah, so any kind of stereotypes or cliches about people that are 60 plus.
Well, we don't all have white hair. We don't all sit at 4 o'clock for dinner. We're still beautiful and we're still out there living life and getting up and getting it done every day, even in the 60s. I see so many people still out there doing it. And age isn't a barrier. If you keep moving, you can still get out and do the things you love doing.
That's good advice, I think. Yeah.
It shouldn't be a barrier just because you're older and you're, quote, a senior citizen.
No, we
I
don't use
mean,
that word here.
no, no, but it's like, yeah, I just sold my 1,000 cc sport bike. So
Oh, wow.
it's what a thrill. I can't ride it with my new knee, but I mean, oh my gosh,
Can you get one of
you're
the
a girl and you're
tricycles?
driving it.
Can you
Huh?
get one of those tricycle type things?
No, no. I like being able to lean.
Okay. All right. I agree with you, but if you said you can't ride the two-wheeler, maybe the three-wheeler would come closer.
No, no trikes, no
Okay.
trikes for
Okay.
this girl. No, no.
All right. Do you have a bucket list? And if so, what's on it?
I'd love to travel some more, see more of this country. Actually, as a photographer, I'd love to be able to do more of that. I mean, the puffins up in Maine. Sometimes there's barriers that stop me from going up and doing those trips. I'd like to see more of more of this country and go down to Arizona or go up to Alaska or just be able to get out and go and see the northern lights up in Alaska, things like
Mm.
that. Just experience more. I don't know if I did paragliding. I don't know if I want to jump out of an airplane.
Right.
Well, the gliding on the back of the boat, that one, the paragliding, that was kind of fun. I'm up for a challenge, but sometimes to a point. I mean, I get the 1000cc motorcycle. I don't know, when I get my mind on something, I kind of like buy it or get it or do it. But I don't really have a bucket list more than just experience more of this beautiful country.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is a bucket list then.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a
I
bucket list
suppose,
item.
yeah. Nothing in particular that I gotta mark. I gotta check this off. I gotta check that off. I'm gonna be happy in August when I can see.
And your
Sorry.
photography will be all the better.
Yes, I'll be able to see the plovers without binoculars.
The last question, what advice would you give to someone who is about to turn 60?
Don't worry, it's just a number.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep moving. Just keep living life, doing the things that you love. And stick around with your friends. Be around the people that build you up and are positive. And if you can't find those people, just go out and still just do it. Don't worry about it's just a number, it's just an age, and you shouldn't let it stop you from going out and living life and still being happy.
I think Janet and I both agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
It is just a number. I don't think about it that much.
We think about it once a week
Well, yeah.
when we're recording
we
the
host
podcast.
a podcast. No, when I think about the numbers is when someone says, "When did you graduate college?" And I'm like,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
right?
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
had a reunion that
Yeah.
passed by and you chose to not go because you didn't want to be with all those old people.
I have my 50th high school, like grade 8. I have my 50th reunion. That's the first time we ever had one coming up this summer.
Wow.
From 8th grade,
Eighth
grammar
grade.
school.
That's
From
funny.
grammar school up in Barnstead. Yeah, the class president, she's like, oh, let's get together. There's probably be about 10 people.
Yeah.
When you live up in the kind of sticks of New Hampshire, we don't do that very often. We don't have those reunions and stuff. Not like Nashua, who has giant classes. It's a little different.
Yeah.
All right. So your advice is just don't worry about it. It's just a number, and
It's just a number. Just keep living. Just keep doing
Yeah.
what you love
It's like,
doing.
forget about it.
Yeah, keep moving. I'll tell you that. Because if you
Yeah.
stop, you get stiff.
yeah.
Definitely. Keep moving.
Well, Cindy, those are all the questions.
Okay.
Do
I
you have
hope
any?
it wasn't too
That sounds-
painful.
Oh no, I'm actually I'm locked myself in the bathroom and the cats are clawing at the door. So I can hear better. Yeah, they're
All right.
meowing out there and digging at the door.
Do you want us to stay on the phone to make sure you get out of the bathroom?
No, it's fine. I didn't mention when you get to the, I don't know, 65. So all the things I can look forward to is like free coffee at McDonald's. But
Yes.
Really?
that's if you like. Yeah,
Yes.
you can get a senior coffee every day at McDonald's.
Yes, you
Not
can.
that-
That was in our
Oh, is
podcast.
it McDonald's or is it Dunkin's? You can
Yeah, I
get
think
a
it's
senior
Dunkin'
coffee.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a whole list of things you can get
Y-
as a senior or like for your birthday for free. I always just treat myself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's an
um,
episode we have on that
On
on
discounts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Check
that's
it
what
out.
comes of being single. So virtual hugs to you,
Thank you.
All right. And same to you, Cindy. Thank you so much.
both guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to listen to some more of your podcasts. Please let me know when this one comes up so I can listen to it.
Yeah.
All the new ones come out Wednesday mornings at 5 a.m. So when you're rolling out of bed, you can listen to the new podcast on Wednesdays.
Yeah, and
Okay.
share
Great.
it with your friends.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Yeah,
thank you, Cindy.
you.
All right.
Appreciate
All
it.
right.
That's it for this episode of the 60 Plus podcast. Until next week, I'm Joe.
I'm Janet. Bye.